in on Mount Suribachi on Iwo Jima, the 5th United States Marine Division fires on Japanese gun emplacements studding the mountain. From Suribachi's 500-foot elevation, enemy mortars hold the entire island in range. The Navy backs up land artillery, giving cover to the 40,000 Marines fighting on shore. Slowly, the Marines push forward up Mount Suribachi. With enemy bullets inches overhead, wounded are cared for by medical corpsmen. Iwo Jima has proven the toughest, bloodiest battle the Marines have ever fought. To win this tiny 8-square-mile area, 4,000 of them have died, and 20,000 Japanese. The attack never slackens. Now Mount Suribachi is smeared by Navy dive bombers. Marines advance. The Japanese defenders of Iwo were select, specially chosen men, fighting with their army's newest weapons and every advantage of terrain in their favor. Their fortress caves, saturating the island, are wiped out by high explosive. Iwo Jima is conquered. Only isolated snipers remain. Its airstrips are already in use by American superfortresses. Atop Mount Suribachi, this flag is 625 miles from Tokyo. The Inter-American Conference at Mexico City reaches a successful conclusion as Mexico's Foreign Minister Padilla, host to the meeting, signs the significant Chapultepec Pact. Distinguished statesmen of the Americas applaud. Senor Pedro Veloso signs the pact for Brazil, followed by representatives of Cuba and Peru among the 20 nations taking part in this important hemisphere conference. Secretary Stettinius for the United States, reaching firm agreement on principles of hemisphere cooperation, the meeting is a major step toward world security. The United States Navy's Task Force 58 plows through heavy seas to open a full-scale air offensive against the Japanese homeland. As other ships and planes hit the Japanese fleet in the inland sea, these mighty forces strike at the Tokyo area. Over 1,200 planes prepare for the attack. Navy and Marine pilots take off into the instant peril of heavy clouds, rain, and snow. Their air mission itself, across the storm-tossed waters and into the gunfire over Tokyo, is an epic of courage and organization. planes from 15 to 20 American carriers wing in over Tokyo Bay, fighting off all enemy air opposition to reach the target. Docks, storage bases, air depots, and ammunition dumps are hit by bombs and bullets. Rockets join the attack, which wipes out many strategic Japanese war installations, 517 enemy planes, and 55 ships. 9 American planes are lost. Enemy planes are caught on the ground and methodically destroyed. Mount Fujiyama looks down on Tokyo's hard-hit war industries. Still resisting German forces are rolled back, Allied armies press forward on all fronts toward the heart of Germany. Gigantic traps are sprung along the Moselle and in the Saar as the Russians cross the Oder and the American First Army smashes beyond the Rhine. Here, the Rohr River, last major barrier before the Rhine, is crossed in force by infantry and armored elements of the United States Ninth Army. A vital phase of what Berlin has called the greatest of West Front offensives. The battle-scarred German town of Linnick is cleaned up. And here at Jülich, still more German soldiers, dead and alive, help swell the enemy's casualty lists. Now far past 1 million on the Western Front. Amid a shambles of silence and emptiness, the German people are learning what warfare means. Supreme Commander Eisenhower, with the Ninth Army's commanding General Simpson, inspects positions near Jülich, and forces lined up for the smash across the Rhine to Dusseldorf and beyond. As a security measure, civilians are assembled for questioning, but they are few compared to the mounting toll of captured German soldiers. As the American troops approached the Rhine, they freed thousands of Russian and Polish prisoners, forced into labor battalions by the Nazis. Now, an end to captivity and new Allied friends. This concentration camp, guarded by electrified barbed wire, deep trenches, and many gun posts, gives mute testimony to the horror that once reigned here. The Nazis, capable of this, are also capable of a desperate last-ditch fight to save their own skins. But their defeat is inevitable.